this is something I've been promising myself I'm going to do it for a long time. If we look at the rubber, you can see that it's really badly split, and there's a couple of bad chips in the windscreen as well, and it's been leaking, and it's even started to rot the bulkhead a little bit on the inside, so it was time to replace it. So I've got a windscreen off eBay with a seal, and this is a quick explanation of fitting it. First job really is to obviously take the old one out, so there's a bit of trim in the car. It's not a full trim in there, so there wasn't too much to take out, which isn't too bad. And then what I did then was just flip the seal up around the inside with a big screwdriver, and I thought about it afterwards, and I probably should have just cut the seal with a Stanley knife, because I wasn't trying to save the seal or anything, but for some reason I decided I was going to flick it out with a screwdriver. So the screen on eBay, I think, was paid about £140 for the screen and the seal, which I didn't think was too bad with it being delivered as well at that price. You see a big screwdriver now as I'm trying to just lever it out all the way around, just work a way around the windscreen, levering it all out. Not too bad to take out. I did crack it, you see there's a crack there as I took it out, but I wasn't being overly careful because I wasn't trying to save particularly the screen or the seal. So once I've got the seal flicked up all the way around, move the wipers and just lifted it out. It's dead easy. Don't really need to take it out or flick it out at the bottom, just at the sides and the top, and give it a quick wipe, because it was pretty cruddy where the seal had been cracked. Dog came to check I was doing alright. This new screen came from All Makes 4x4 through eBay. It's really well packaged. I've had stuff before that's just not been very good, and one in particular was very broken when I got it, whereas this was proper custom made bits to hold it in the box square, and it was all very good. First thing is just get the screen the right way around, so the little badge part of it was facing outwards, and then just hook the seal on all the way around. I was a bit worried about the seal because it was only a cheap one, and I'd read quite a lot on the internet that they were quite bad, but in reality it wasn't too bad at all. It just hooked on all the way around. Once I got the seal on, I hooked a string. I did have a proper string to fit screens with, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so I just used a bit of household string, which probably wasn't really strong enough because it did break while I was fitting it. But you put the string in all the way around the outer groove so that you can use it to flick the rubber over the lip of the aperture. So I put that in all the way around, and then put some washing up liquid on the rubber just to make it slide in a bit better as I was trying to hook it in, so that worked quite well, as you'll see. put the whole thing in place, square it up at the bottom, line it up at the bottom, and then try and get it central in the aperture. It's quite fiddly to move once you've started putting it in, so I spent quite a bit of time lining it up to get at least the bottom and the two sides in the right place, and then the rest just falls into place as you do it then. But it's worth spending time getting it right before you start doing the rubber. I think at this point as well, moving it around, the rubber just came off a little bit at the top, so I had to put it back on. So it was a bit of a mess around there. I've got it all square and in place now where I want it lined up, so I start pulling the string. You pull the string just to flick the rubber over the lip, just work your way around. As I say, it was only a bit of cheap string and it did break at one point, but as you can see here, you can see it working along and the rubber's flicking over the lip of the aperture. You work your way all the way around carefully. I've got pick here I was using, so I'm being really careful because the string wasn't strong enough. If I'd got the proper string, I wouldn't have needed that. Couldn't find it anywhere. Got most of it in at this point, but it's just a little bit in the middle, so be extra careful because the windscreen's obviously under a lot of pressure at this point. Using the pick, and that's it. It's in. Put it all back together. Job done. Hopefully no more leaks. Nice new seal.